You know this story. Maybe it happened at work, in college, or even in that school moms group. You meet someone, and suddenly, it clicks. The connection is instant. She's not just a new acquaintance. It feels like you've been reunited with a lost sister from another life, within a matter of weeks. You're not just friends. You're inseparable. You finish each other's sentences. You like the same music. You hate the same people. And she seems to understand your deepest hurts in a way that no one, not even your partner or your family, ever has. She calls you my soulmate, my other half, my person. It's intoxicating. It's addictive. You feel seen, validated, and chosen. But then, something changes. That intensity that once felt like warmth starts to feel like surveillance. The unconditional support begins to come with subtle demands, and you start to notice a strange coincidence. The more you shine, the colder she becomes. Or worse, the more trouble you have, the more upbeat she seems. You are confused. You wonder where you went wrong. You wonder what you did to push away the best person who ever entered your life. I need you to listen to me very carefully right now. You didn't go wrong. You didn't lose a friend. You were the target of one of the most sophisticated and devastating tactics in the narcissist's playbook: friendship love bombing. Today, we are going to tear the mask off this instant best friend. We are going to decode why this connection was so fast, why it seemed so perfect, and most importantly, why it was destined to crumble from the first hello. My name is Lauren Mitchell. My purpose with this channel is to show you that the problem was never you, and more importantly, that you are not alone. Let's go back to the beginning, to the moment the trap was set, without you even realizing it. Unlike a healthy friendship, which is like a plant that grows slowly, creating deep roots throughout the seasons, a friendship with a narcissist is like a wildfire. It's fast, it's hot, and it consumes everything around it. Do you remember what it was like? It probably started with an excess of communication. Good morning, texts every day, 10-minute voice messages, video calls that lasted all night. She wanted to know everything about you. And these weren't superficial questions. She asked about your fears, your childhood traumas, your marriage problems, your body insecurities. And she shared too, or at least she seemed to share. She would tell you sad, vulnerable stories, often positioning herself as a victim of past injustices, which immediately activated your instinct to nurture, to protect. You created a world just for the two of you, and us against the world. Inside jokes, codes only you understood. She started buying similar clothes to yours. Maybe she even changed her hair to look like yours. At the time, you interpreted this as flattery, as being in sync. Wow, we are so much alike, you thought. But there was a subtext that your intuition might have tried to warn you about. But it was drowned out by the dopamine of the novelty, that sense of urgency, that subtle pressure for you to be available all the time. If you took 2 hours to reply, a passive-aggressive message would follow. Is something wrong? Are you mad at me? This acceleration is not passion. It is not spiritual affinity. This is ground preparation. The narcissist needs to create a bond of extreme emotional dependency as quickly as possible, before you have time to see the cracks in her mask. She needs you to be addicted to her. Validation, so that when she starts to withdraw it, you will do anything to get it back. You weren't building a friendship. You were being audited. Here we enter the first deep psychological pillar of this dynamic: predatory mimicry. Many women ask me, but how did she know exactly what to say? How did she like everything I liked? The answer is harsh, but liberating. She didn't like it. She was mirroring you. Think of the narcissist as a house with no furniture, no decoration, with white, empty walls. Inside, she does not have a solid self. There is no well-formed identity, just a hungry vacuum for attention and status. When she finds you, someone full of life, empathetic, intelligent, maybe with a unique style or a career she admires, she doesn't just want to be your friend, she wants to be you. At the beginning of the relationship, she uses a scanning technique. She observes how you talk, your mannerisms, your political opinions, your moral values. And then, she gives it back to you amplified. If you say you love Thai food, wow, it's my favorite, I've been dying to eat that. If you vent that your husband is distant, oh my God, all my exes were like that, I totally understand. Men are impossible. This creates a false sense of intimacy. You feel like you've found your soulmate, but in reality, You are talking to an echo. But predatory mimicry has an even more sinister function: data collection. Remember those nights when you told her your deepest secrets? The ones you never told anyone? To you, that was vulnerability. It was the foundation of trust. To her, that was ammunition. The narcissist stockpiles your insecurities. She saves the information that you feel like a fraud at work, or that you are jealous of your sister, or that you cheated on a boyfriend 10 years ago. She saves everything. Not to help you, but to have a complete dossier on how to destabilize you in the future. She studies your reactions. She learns what makes you cry, what makes you feel guilty, what makes you feel angry. She is drawing the map of your emotional buttons, so she can push them when it's convenient for her. This best friend was not listening to you to comfort you. She was studying you to consume you. Once the bond is established and she has copied your personality enough to feel secure, we enter the second pillar, the siege of exclusivity. A narcissist's ultimate goal is control, and there is no control if you have other sources of support, other opinions, or other perspectives of reality. Therefore, the best friend needs to become your only friend. This starts very subtly. She won't forbid you from seeing other people. She's smarter than that. She will use emotional manipulation. Maybe she starts planting seeds of doubt about your other friendships. Did you see how Susan looked at you when you talked about your promotion? I didn't want to say anything, but I thought she seemed so jealous. I'm the only one who's truly happy for you. Or she will sabotage your plans with other people. On the day you arrange to go out with other friends, she shows up with an emergency. Her boyfriend broke up with her, she has a flat tire, she's having an anxiety attack. And because you are empathetic, you cancel your plans to rush to your best friend's aid. If you insist on maintaining other bonds, she plays the victim card. I feel like I'm giving so much more to this friendship than you are. I would drop everything for you, but it seems like you wouldn't do the same for me. This generates guilt. You start pulling away from other people so as not to upset her. You stop telling your family things because they don't understand our connection. Little by little, she becomes the guardian of your reality. She filters what you should think about your husband, about your boss, about your parents. You start seeing the world through her lenses, and her lenses are designed to make you believe that only she is loyal, that only she is safe. This isolation is strategic. When the devaluation phase begins, you will have no one to turn to. You will be alone on the island she built, surrounded by sharks, and the only person with a boat is her. And now we come to the dark heart of this dynamic, the third pillar where everything is revealed, the secret rivalry. You need to understand a painful truth. The narcissist was never your friend. She was always your competitor. Her approach was motivated by two things: the utility you had, status, money, access to people, or simply the emotional energy you provide, and envy. Narcissists feel pathological envy. They see the light in other people and want to possess that light. In the beginning, they try to absorb that light by staying close to you, mimicry phase. But, over time, the presence of your light begins to remind them of their inner darkness, and that is intolerable. This is where the best friend begins to transform into your worst enemy, often without you noticing the transition. It starts with backhanded compliments. Wow, that dress looks great on you. It hides that little bit of fat you hate so well. Congrats on the promotion. You're lucky they didn't require fluent English, right? She begins to compete with you in everything. If you are sick, she is dying. If you had a bad day, her day was a Greek tragedy. If you achieved something, she immediately changes the subject or finds a way to diminish your accomplishment. You realize that she cannot genuinely celebrate your success. Her look changes. There is a microsecond of disdain before the fake smile appears. And when you finally need her, when you are vulnerable, when you need that support you gave her so many times, she disappears. Or worse, she kicks you when you're down. She uses those vulnerabilities you disclosed at the beginning against you. I warned you that guy was no good. The problem is, you're too needy. The instant best friend reveals her true face. She is an emotional vampire. She sucked you dry, and now that you are empty, or now that you have started setting boundaries, she discards you. Often, this discard is accompanied by a smear campaign. She will tell your secrets to others, distorting the facts to make it seem like she is the victim, and you are the crazy one, the unstable one, the traitor. She steals your stories, steals your narrative, and tries to steal your reputation. Take a deep breath. I know reliving this hurts. I know the feeling of betrayal is visceral, because it wasn't an enemy who hurt you. It was someone to whom you handed the keys to your emotional home. But here's your turning point. Understanding is the antidote. When you realize that this magic connection was not destiny, but a script, you stop blaming yourself. You didn't lose the friendship of the century. You got rid of a parasite. The person you loved never existed. She was a reflection, a mirror showing you what you wanted to see. The real person is the one who is hurting you now. Believe the actions, not the memories of the love-bombing phase. From now on, reevaluate the concept of intimacy. True trust is not built in days or weeks. It requires time, consistency, and proof of character. If someone tries to kick down the door to your intimacy with excessive intensity, remember, those with good intentions knock and wait. Those who break in want to steal. You are complete on your own. You don't need a twin sister to validate you. Reclaim your identity. Reclaim your secrets and close the door. The best friend vacancy is open. But this time, demand that the candidate present a background of genuine empathy and not just a well-polished mirror. Now, I want you to do one thing for yourself. Analyze your current circle. Is there someone who demands total access to your life too quickly? If so, take a step back. Observe. Silence and time are the narcissist's greatest enemies. Use them to your advantage. In the description of this video, you will find a link to the only material you need to understand and reframe what you have experienced. Feel free to leave your account, your vent, or even a suggestion for the next video topic in the comments below. Click on the suggested video on the screen and stay with me. Remember, you are light. Never forget to shine.